Mark, Russell, thank you very much for coming here to the show. Let's get straight into it. All right, Juma, great word, rolls out of the tongue quite easily, but what is it?
Juma has become a very popular mountain bike name. It stands for Joburg Urban Mountain Bike Adventure. And the secret really is, I suppose, in the last word, adventure. When we set out to create the Juma, we wanted to create a Joburg adventure. We wanted to show mountain bike riders and the general public of Joburg that Joburg has a lot to offer people. We can have an adventure in our own city and not have an ordinary, just another mountain bike race. We're a very different mountain bike race.
So, what does it entail in itself?
Basically, what the Juma is a urban mountain bike adventure. And what we try and do is we try and create links between the greenbelt sections in Johannesburg. What we also try and do is we take guys into stormwater drains, under roads, we build scaffolding bridges. We take them to places they can't ordinarily go. It's almost like somebody said this really after our first mountain bike adventure we had in 2014, is that they feel like a little boy again, where they're riding in places where they were the little boys. Wow. And that's really where we try and take the Joburg mountain biker, and obviously attracting a lot of outside Joburgers to do their race as well.
All right, Mark, how did this concept come about?
We're always looking for different ideas and different things to do, and it's something I'd thought about for quite a while. I've never put into practice, and luckily I found Russell, who's a machine when it comes to getting things done. So Russell came in, he ran with it for the first, I think it took us about a year running with it, getting permissions, finding the route back and forth. I mean, our original route was 87 kilometers over Sylvia's Pass. We realized they were to cut it down, so we made it 54, 55 Ks. So yeah, it's just our philosophy at BAM that we're always pushing new, exciting ideas and event ideas.
All right. So you come up with this great concept, you take it to market. What is the response?
Craziness, absolute pandemonium.
I mean, you didn't expect that.
We didn't. I mean, many of the people we were into, and they said, "How many guys? How many people would you'd like on the race?" And our number was always 5,500. Always 5. And most of the guys laughed and said, "Look, you'll be lucky to get 500 on your first race." And we said, "Yeah, but we're different. It's not just another mountain bike race. We're spending, I think, the first year 1.68 million rand just on the route itself. Never mind everything else around it, the marketing, etc. of the event." So we had an amazing response, a really, really good response from the general public and mountain bikers in general. A lot of guys appreciate the fact that we have legacy boards as well. So we actually make like the Brumfontein spray safer for all users throughout the entire year, whether you're a mountain biker, a dog walker, or a runner. So we've actually from Emmarentia all the way down to Bryanston, we've made it so that nobody has to cross dangerous roads anymore. We've built bridges or areas
which are easily accessible to everyone even after the actual race itself.
So we leave all that stuff in. So where we can leave a legacy, we do.
Not just the biggest mountain bike race in South Africa. We're already the biggest urban mountain bike event in the world. We're not far behind being the biggest event in South Africa, but we wanted to be a really special Joburg event where people line the streets and line the route, and that's what we're working toward. It must become almost like a Joburg day on a mountain bike, and everybody supports.
All right, let's take it back to the actual event that's going to be coming up. What are the outstanding features or unique value or qualities that this 2006 event has to offer?
Look, I'm going to have to give you the short version because otherwise it would be here all day. For example, I mean, because we focus more on the enjoyment of the rider as opposed to cutting our costs. So we very much have this balance leaning more towards the rider experience as opposed to saving costs. So, for example, we don't close Rivonia Road and Jan Smuts down, which we have every right to do, we can do. We rather spend 115,000 Rand to build on each road massive scaffolding bridges that go over the road. So it creates an awesome element for the riders. It's something they've never done in any race, I doubt, in the world, because they wouldn't allow it. We're very lucky here. We have a 700-meter underground tunnel, which is a really, really big highlight from Zulu to Parkview Golf Course. We have about 70 tons of scaffolding structures that we build in and out of stormwater drains all over Joburg, from the Parkview Golf Course, the Kalani Golf Course, Melrose Arch, and many other places. And then we have boards, legacy boards that we build out of stormwater drains, which are permanent steel structures that come out. On the 22-kilometer route this year, we've got a 340-meter reed tunnel, which is amazing. It's really beautiful, then through a beautiful forest. So, I mean, very lucky to partner with City Parks in that they allow us to open up certain green spaces in Johannesburg, which normally no one would have access to. And there's many areas you'd swear you're in a game farm somewhere. It's hard to believe you're actually in the centre of the biggest city in South Africa. I can go on, but I know you don't have the time.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Cool.
All the best.
Thank you, Leroy. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.